You're listening to 10 Points, a podcast with your hosts, Ash and Nicholas, where all the talk is Canadian Highlander, our favorite format from the best trading card game ever, Magic the Gathering.
Hey everyone, it's me, Ash.
And me, Nicholas.
Today we're going to be doing another live brew, but first we need to talk about our best cards from the set Exodus. So Nick, you want to start us off?
I think if I decided not to pick this card, I would be betraying myself in some way, so I'm gonna pick Survival of the Fittest. Anybody that listens know that I love creature combo decks, and while Recurring Nightmare, which is my second choice, is very good in creature combo decks, Survival of the Fittest is usually one of the foundation pieces for a lot of those decks.
Yeah, I know you've definitely recently been talking about how much you like playing the card Recurring Nightmare. So I'm sure it was a struggle for you to not pick that one. But in all fairness, you often play it in conjunction with Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah, they're pretty good together.
They go pretty well together. I kind of wonder what that standard deck looked like.
Yeah.
Now, I had a couple cards that were legitimate contenders. One of them, of course, was Survival of the Fittest. I think the card I'm going to go with as the best for the format is going to actually be, I would say Survival of the Fittest probably, but a different one is going to be City of Traders. Actually, there's a decent chance we actually put that in the deck we're brewing today. But spoilers. A couple other spoilers. They seen the title of the episode.
Oh, sure. What if they didn't? I don't know. Never mind. Keep going.
A couple other honorable mentions. I really like Recurring Nightmare, playing with that card, like Nicholas said, but also Cataclysm. That card is one that shows up in a lot of Death and Taxes and Super Friends lists.
Yep. And
that is that's a notable card.
Yep. Price of Progress, also very, very notable.
I missed Price of Progress. Is that here?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think this was its first printing.
Okay, that might usurp City of Traders.
Yeah,
for
me. I was gonna say that Price of Progress would be my. Honestly, it's probably better than Recurring Nightmare, but Recurring Nightmare is so much more fun. Price of Progress is just one of those.
Kill 'em dead.
Yeah, it's one of those cards that keeps the format honest. You can't get too out of hand, because when you do, you just live in constant fear of Price of Progress sneaking into your room and murdering you in the middle of the night, and then you're just constantly afraid.
Have you read the flavor text for Price of Progress?
I have.
Man versus nature is not a fair fight. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Richard Kane Ferguson. Good artwork.
Yeah, it's a super solid artwork.
Okay, anyways, moving on. Do you want to talk about the deck we're brewing today?
Yeah, so we're going to be brewing Medium Blue. Most Canadian Highlander players know of the Medium X cycle, the most popular being Medium Red, followed by Medium Green, and then probably Medium White, Medium Black, and then the...
Are you talking about Angel and Demon Stompy?
Yeah! So now we get to Medium Blue, which is, fairy-ish stompy, I suppose. It's definitely the worst of the medium decks, but we're going to do our best to make it, fine-ish.
I would like to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this, which is, Nicholas and I have already had some minor disagreements about the direction of this deck, and we haven't really been able to resolve them without looking at cards, so... in my opinion, there's a decent chance we change direction in the middle of this brew. And if that happens, I'm calling the deck something different.
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent chance that it's not Medium Blue, but we're going to try to keep it there.
Well, the title is probably going to stay medium. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Blue stuff. Yay.
Blue stuff that is multiple mana, except for when it's 0 mana or 1 mana.
Yeah. So I think the best direction to go with this deck is don't play any threats and just fill it with counter spells.
Yeah, well, actually, you can play Snapcaster Mage because that is also a counterspell.
Yeah, Snapcaster and like Jace the Mind Sculptor. Everything else is counterspells.
I see no issue here.
Yeah, I like this plan.
Yeah, I think that's how we win the game.
All right, in all seriousness, let's try to brew
do that.
medium blue.
Okay, so my first thought is, my first thought was more like kind of a devotion show where you get to abuse Nykthos, but I think there's not really a good way to consistently acquire a Nykthos. You have like Expedition Map and that's it.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think
I don't think that's actually good.
Yeah, we're definitely not building around Nykthos. I think we should stay true and try to at least have Mana Crypt and Soul Ring in our point spread, however that may look.
Okay, so that leaves us with 1 point after the most recent points changes.
Yep, if anyone didn't know, Mana Crypt is now 5 points, so check your points.
So, I mean, we could do Vault, but I think more valuable would be the True Name Nemesis.
Yeah, I agree. I think the problem with medium blue is going to lie in, the fact that blue is the color that lacks most in threats, but also, like, a lot of the good blue threats are blue, and 1, which doesn't lend itself to Ancient Tomb mana super, super well, so we're gonna have to kind of work around that.
Can you expand on how it is we work around that?
We only play the really, really good blue 1 cards, and then we find the Ancient Tomb mana elsewhere.
Okay.
And cards like Hull Breacher.
Hull Breacher, for sure. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put down this section called Ancient Tomb mana.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna do this on my phone because my keyboard is gonna be so loud. But if I think we put, like you said, we start off with the obvious include of Hull Breacher. There's that new card that just came out. I think it's called. Okay, hold on. I think it's called Aether Channeler.
Is it the artifacty or like the colorless dude?
No. It's the new Blink ETB card.
I don't know what card you're talking about.
Okay, so it's 2 and a blue. Yeah, Aether Channeler. It's 2 and a blue. You get a 2/1. ETB, you choose 1. Make a 1/1 white bird with flying. Bounce a non-land permanent. Draw a card.
Seems decent.
Yeah, and it's also insane in Bant ETB.
Yeah.
You can just bounce their Will Kenrith.
I mean, or anything else, yes.
Well, not a land. It literally says it on the card.
Sure. Speaking of new cards, we should also play the new blue Teferi.
Yeah. What's that called?
Temporal Pilgrim.
Teferi
Temporal Pilgrim.
Okay, I'm gonna start filling out the Ancient Tomb mana section. You go fill out the Walkers section.
Teferi fits into both of those.
No, it's 5 mana. That's not Ancient Tomb mana.
It still is cast.
No,
off
Ancient
Tomb mana.
Ancient Tomb mana is the 3 and 4 drops that we're getting out dummy quick,
or the 5 drops that we're getting out dummy quick. Playing a Teferi on turn 3 counts as dummy quick Ancient Tomb mana.
Oh my gosh!
Put in the comments if I'm right or if Ash is wrong.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm changing the Ancient Tomb mana section. Okay, it doesn't even matter. They're not going to see this. This is just our show notes.
Yeah, why do we just cards that go in the deck? Delete this.
Because I want to keep them sorted. No, my notes. I want to keep them sorted so I can know what's what. Okay, this is ridiculous.
Alright, we have one section now. Cards for the deck.
Okay, well, Hull Breacher. Aether Channeler.
Alright, I'm gonna let you type these in because my keyboard's very loud, I just realized, and my phone is not good now.
Oh, you just realized you can't type?
I mean, I'm also much... Talking is hard. I'm
Yeah.
also a much slower typer. Put Brazen Borrower in the deck, please.
Chasm Skulker?
Yes.
Soul Ring. Mana
Yep.
Crypt.
And True Name.
True Name Nemesis. Do we want cantrips or counter magic?
I think we want some amount of both of those, but I don't think we want to go overboard. So maybe
like 5 counter spells?
Yeah, maybe like Cryptic, Force, Mystic Confluence, and then just like Counterspell or something. Maybe one more.
I mean, maybe we could... Okay, how many colorless lands are we going to play?
Probably not that many. I think because we're already at the point where like we're trying to fit Ancient 2 mana in with these like blue 1 cards and stuff like that. I think we want to limit the amount of colorless sources that we play.
Okay, what do you think about Lose Focus?
What does that one do?
It's the counterspell with Replicate that came out in MH2.
Oh yeah. That's fine. We should also play. No, we should play Supreme Will. Ancient 2 mana.
Sure.
I guess if we're doing that, we also have to be playing Mana Leak.
No, we don't. Lose Focus is probably better than Mana Leak in this deck.
Lose Focus is a blue to replicate, though, isn't it?
Yes.
I guess that's fine. Yeah, alright. So, Supreme Will, Lose Focus, Force, Cryptic, and Mystic Confluence.
Master of Waves.
Master of Waves is very good in this deck.
Is Search for Azcanta are we going to be playing enough non-creatures for Search for Azcanta to be worth playing?
I don't think we're on enough cantrips for that. We're probably just on like Ponder, Preordain, and Brainstorm.
Brainstorm with mono blue, like no shuffle effects.
You can still play like fetches.
I don't know. I'll write it down, but I'm hesitant.
All right.
What do you think about Cataxian Probe?
I think you get less value off of Get Probe in this deck than you do in a lot of other decks. I think
sculptor?
Yes, absolutely, Jace. I think if we're playing Get Probe, we're playing like Opt and Consider over that.
Yeah, which I'm met on. How do we feel about Narset? Like, same thing with Azcanta. We don't have enough things that hits.
Yeah, no, we're not consistently hitting enough non-creatures for that, I don't think. Maybe by the end, if we realize that we're pretty, like, Planeswalker heavy, then it might be.
Okay, what about Ashiok, just for, like, that interaction on board?
Yeah, Ashiok's fine. We don't really have other good ways to deal with the graveyard. We should also be on Subtlety.
Wait, what's Ashiok called? Nightmare Weaver?
I know that's...
Dream Render. It's Dream Render.
Both of those Ashioks are real Ashioks. I just don't know which one is the one that we want.
Subtlety.
Add Venser as well. Dream Render, yep.
Venser Shaper Savant?
Yes.
Vendilion Click.
Yes. Also, Nimble Obstructionist.
Oh, right, the reason to play the deck. Nimble Obstructionist. Do we want other stifles? Do we want the new stifle that can counter an artifact or enchantment or stifle?
Yeah, I like that one.
I don't remember what that one's called. Oh, Defabricate. What do you think about In Too Deep? It's like some of the only removal we have.
Sure.
So it's blue for an enchantment. Do you know what it does? I don't think all the people will know what it does. It's from the new Capenna Commander deck. So it's blue for an enchantment. It has split second, so they can't respond to it, but it is a sorcery speed. You enchant a permanent. I think it's a non-land permanent. Or maybe it's creature or planeswalker. It's probably creature or planeswalker. And it just turns it into a clue token.
That's decent. We could also play, I think it's like Into the Moon. It's 3 mana.
Imprison in the Moon?
Yeah, Imprison in the Moon. Also, just probably Vapor Snag.
What about Bubble Snare?
I don't know what that one does.
So it's 1 blue for an aura that says this thing doesn't untap, and you can kick it for 3 more mana to tap it when you cast it. So it could just 1 mana pacifism something. Well, 1 mana makes like freeze a thing, but it could be a 4 mana tap it and then freeze it.
Yeah, this is fine. I
feel like we really need to emphasize playing as much removal as we have because we don't have that much.
I mean, yeah, we have like counter spells.
Does that work after the fact?
Yeah, I mean...
Do we put the Teferi in here already? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Teferi, temporal pilgrim. Do we have any other obvious planeswalkers?
We could play... Alright, go... How about 5 mana
Wilkenrith?
Jace? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Wilkenrith is fine.
From Shadows?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, hold on. Wilkenrith, his emblem doesn't do anything.
I mean, you don't need his emblem to do anything.
I don't know. I'm iffy on Wilkenrith in this deck. It's probably, like, fine. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, like...
Yeah, I'm fine not playing Wilkenrith. I think 6 mana is...
Are you talking about Jace, the freaking, like, snooping around one from Shadows?
Yeah, dude, he bounces things. You're talking about we need ways to remove stuff.
Dude, let's hear it. What's it called? Man, you've already convinced me.
Jace something or other. I don't know. I used to, play this card all the time. This was, my favorite card in my Grixis control list when I, very first got into Canlander. But now I can't remember what it's called.
Okay, I'm looking it up. By the way, we're playing Unsubstantiate.
Yes, we are.
Just good.
We are.
Jace, I'm sure we'll find it.
Probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jaces. Wait, Jace Architect of Thought? I love that card. It's not good for this deck.
That's the 4 mana one, isn't it?
Yeah, one of them. Jace, Unraveler of Secrets. Unraveler of Secrets.
Yes, it's that one.
You said Vapor Snag, right? I like that.
Yeah. We could also play Mu Yangling.
Ooh, Mu Yanling. That's a good one. Dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait to Vapor Snag for lethal.
I'm also very excited to Vapor Snag for lethal. Alright.
Can we play Omen of the Sea? It's a good mana sink and also adds to devotion.
Alright, I thought we were off the devotion thing.
Well, I mean, no. Just we're already we're playing Nykthos and we're playing what's it called?
I don't know what
Master of Waves.
About. Oh.
Master of Waves. Plus, we're probably going to play some other bounce spells, so if we were doing nothing else, we could bounce it and play it.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. I feel like that, as far as cantrips go, that ranges beneath, Opt and Consider.
Yeah, maybe you're right. What do you think about Glasspool Mimic, though?
I don't know what that one does.
It's 2 and a blue for a clone. It clones one of your own creatures, or you could play it as a land. Tapped.
That's fine. I think we should be on both Phantasmal Image and the other one.
The one I just said?
No. The
Phyrexian Metamorph?
Yeah, Phyrexian Metamorph.
Only because those can also hit their stuff.
Yeah.
Dismembered.
Alright, speaking of phantasmal things, what about...
Not Phantasmal Bear or Phantasmal Dragon.
But Phantasmal Dreadmaw is actually, like, fine.
Isn't that worse than Phantasmal Dragon?
I don't know what Phantasmal Dragon does, but Phantasmal Dreadmaw is 2 blue for a 6/6 with trample and like a minor downside that no one cares about.
Okay, what if it was the same thing, but it was a 5/5 with flying?
We play both.
You've convinced me.
Get in the deck.
Now, normally, the reason I don't think these cards are that bad is because, well, if they're targeting it, they're probably going to kill it anyways. But there are a lot of Architrails and Forked Lightnings or Forked Bolts in this format.
It's fine.
Here's the thing. If they don't have it, though...
Then it's just a big burly boy on turn 2.
Yeah, it is. I will note that these both also die to an unrevolted Fatal Push.
I mean, they also would already die to a revolted Fatal Push, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're right. These cards are busted. There's no way this could go wrong.
We should play Sky Strike Officer.
What does that do?
It's a spicy one. It's 2 and a blue, ancient 2 mana. For a 2/3 with flying, and when it attacks, you create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Then you can tap...
Oh, is that new card?
Yeah, you can tap 3 untapped soldiers and draw a card.
I'm down. Can I talk you into Gadwick the Wizened?
The who's in the what's it?
Okay, so it's a 3/3 for blue, and X. ETB, draw X. And then it also says whenever you cast a blue spell, you get to tap target non-land permanent and opponent controls.
Alright, you're going to have to repeat that again. That was a lot of words.
Okay, so it's a legendary creature that is blue Sun Zenith.
Okay.
And whenever you cast a blue spell, it's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent and opponent controls.
That's a lot of blue mana.
Okay, but you can just play it for a 3-minute 3/3 that has the tap effect.
Sure. Alright, you sold me. Get it in the deck.
Also, what are they going to do? Caracas your blue Sun Zenith?
Yeah, you're right.
Like, this just seems like this is another, this is one of the other reasons I'd say Devotion's really good. Well, worth playing into.
And
but...
they can't Caracas it if you're playing Back to Basics. Can we afford to play Back to Basics? No, because we say we're not on a lot of the colorless lands. Yeah, no, Back to Basics is fine.
Probably. I mean, it sucks that we only get to use our Nykthos once, but, if it's on a Back to Basics...
Yeah, I mean, then they just don't get to use any of their lands at all.
Ooh. Spreading Seas.
That is no. Why?
What? Turn off their Raging Ravine into their Gaia's Cradle, their Tolarian Academy, or their Field of the Ruin, or Field of the Dead, I meant to say.
No.
It cantrips.
It's just bad.
Well, okay, but you could also just, delete their land if they're, You could hit their Cabal Coffers. You could hit their Caracas.
Is that what we're trying to do, though?
Maybe.
Alright,
it's
you know what? I will allow you to put it in the deck because it cantrips.
Yay! Now what about Spectral Sailor? That one also cantrips, kind of.
Is that the flash creature with...
The 1/1?
Yeah, that you can pay for to draw a card? No, I love that card.
Yeah, that I think... Dude, they're never going to see the ninjas coming?
Are there any mono blue ninjas?
Yeah, none of them are what we're looking to do, I don't think.
Yeah.
The only ninja that sees any play in Highlander is Fallen Shinobi. Which is upsetting, because some of them are probably actually fine.
Alright, now I'm gonna look up mono blue ninjas.
Did we already put in Preordains and Ponder? Oh, we did. Are there any other good flashcards?
We put in
the more
Vendilion
flashcards. Yeah. The more flashcards we play, the better our deck gets at holding up counter magic.
This is true. Dude, I found a ninja. All right,
Okay,
Miss
let's hear
Syndicate Naga. It's ancient 2 mana, 2
from
and a
Modern
blue.
Horizons 1?
Yeah, dude, it's a 3/1, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you create a token that's a copy of it.
Is that hyphenated?
What do you mean?
The name.
Oh, yeah. Or
Okay, we're gonna look up blue cards with the word flash in the text box.
Glenelendra Archmage doesn't have flash, but it allows us to hold up counter magics pretty for cheap.
Okay, how high on the mana curve are we going?
That's 4 mana.
No. Can we manage a Hullbreaker Horror? That's 7.
No.
Hate to see it. I do agree with the Glenelendra Archmage, though.
Also, if we're on enough instants and sorceries, which I don't think we are at this point, we could play God Eternal Kefnet.
Yeah, I don't think we are. I mean, that one do just kind of smack them, though.
I do. I mean, it's a 4/5 flyer, I think.
There's not that many, really good ones with flash.
Not very many good blue creatures with flash.
Not that I'm seeing. At least not for, what we're trying to do. By the way, audience, I'm sure we're missing something here. So if we are, please let us know. What are we missing in the comments?
We're probably missing a lot of things.
Tweet us. Maybe. But how are we going to know without the help of our lovely community?
Exactly.
Huh. Eel Umbra. That actually is low-key D's. It basically counters removal or gets bonus damage in. It's 1 in a blue flash, enchant creature. Enchant creature gets 1/1, and it has totem armor. Combat trick?
Yeah, that's decent.
It seems perfectly reasonable.
I found another blue ninja that's not good.
Well, then don't tell me about it.
I mean, it's fine-ish. I don't actually...
Is Ninja the Deep Hours?
No, it's Mistblade Shinobi. I don't think it's what we want to be doing. Never mind.
I agree. Why are there so many blue creatures with flash? Oh, Harbinger of the Tides. You can cast it. It's blue, but if you pay 2 more mana, you can cast it like flash. ETB, you can bounce target tapped creature and opponent controls to their hand. That's pretty good.
Yeah. We could play Stunt Double. That has flash.
Stunt Double? What is Stunt Double? Is that card from Battle Bond?
I don't know what it's from, but it's 3 and a blue for a flash shapeshifter, and you can have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Also, are we on Snapcaster?
I don't think so. I don't think we do enough. A Memory Deluge is probably good, though. Do we just play any of the 4 mana, draw 2 cards?
I don't think that's what we want to be doing. We could play,
What about Merfolk Trickster?
Is that the blue enter tap thing?
And it loses abilities.
That's decent. If we want card draw, we could just play Maul Drifter. It's more mana, but it's got a body.
Oh no, we're playing Maul Drifter for sure. Maul Drifter, okay. Nimble Obstructionist already in the deck. Pearl Lake Ancient, yeah. Pouncing Shore Shark, Phantom Steed, and these are all not really what I think we want to be doing. Gonna be honest. Okay, I give up on these. Okay, how many cards are we at now?
I don't know. I feel like we've got a decent amount so far.
I also think that.
All right, I'm gonna count real quick. You entertain people.
So I'm going to entertain the audience. I'm entertaining you by telling you that while Nicholas is currently counting with his eyes, I am just going to paste the list we've typed up into Moxfield. So then we don't have to sit here and
Alright, we're only on
Trust that
33
he knows how
cards
to
so
type.
far.
Are you serious?
Yeah. How many lands are we on? Probably like 37?
I
guess-
something like that.
Yeah, that seems fine to me. Well, I don't know. I guess if we're on Ring and Crypt, that number might go down a little bit.
Yes. I mean, maybe not. I don't know if it'll go down that much.
Maybe we just keep, I don't know, 35 to 37, somewhere like that.
Yeah, I mean, 35, 36 is probably... Like, if you're counting those two. Can we play Lotus Petal?
Yeah. Do we play the 4-mana Jace? The one that minuses to do a baby factor fiction and pluses to make your enemy's team smaller.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, like, fine.
Yeah, it's not like...
Isn't it only... it's only when they attack. So you don't actually get to,
yeah.
like, mess up... Like, you mess up their attacks, but you don't get to make your attacks that much better.
That's true.
Wait, can I not spell? Isn't the card called Imprison in the Moon?
I think so. Did we already add Brazen Borrower? Yes.
Brazen Borrower, I think so. Oh, it's Imprison. Yeah. Imprisoned. It's already happened. We have 24 creatures. I think we need more. I have 50 cards on this list, my guy.
What? Alright, hang on.
Moxfield says there's 50 cards. I think you might be dumb. Or you didn't go to the next page.
Oh, I definitely didn't go to the next page. Whoops. Look at that.
Nick!
There's...
Okay, hold on. Okay, Nick, step aside with you really quick. Step aside.
We are in different rooms and on the internet.
Just listen to me. We're trying to run a professional operation here. We can't let the fans know you don't know how to turn a page.
It's not turning a page, it's scrolling.
That's even easier.
See, but at least I am competent enough to know that there's a difference between turning a page and scrolling.
Okay, all right.
I rest my case or something like that.
Just figure it out. Now let's go back to the recording.
Yep, we have been in the recording.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So, I think we might need one more piece of good removal. I suggest Dismember.
I feel like we need more threats.
Well, Dismember is already in the list about halfway through, so get banked. I do agree that we need more threats, though. What are some good mono blue threats?
Are we on... Alright, go through our list. Are we on enough instants and sorceries for Murktide, Scary Terry? Mostly those two.
We have 14.
Is that enough for a Murktide and a Scary Terry?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a problem with playing more cantrips. Like, you get big mana.
If we're playing more cantrips, then we should play Nadir Kraken.
Okay, I could get down with it.
Which honestly, that one's probably good anyway. You just on your draw step. Maybe Nadir Kraken, Murktide, Pateramander. I know I just said Pateramander. And more cantrips. Just throw like a Get Probe, Consider, and Opt in there.
How do you spell Muyan Lang?
Let's find out, shall we?
Is it Yan Ling? Oh, I found it.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so Nadir Kraken. What cantrips? Serum Visions?
Yes, Serum Visions, Opt, and Consider. It adds consistency. And Get Prob's probably fine. Oh, wait.
That's what I'm saying.
Do we play Chart a Course?
I would.
I mean, we're planning on attacking.
Chart of Course is a good one.
Do we play any of the, like, curiosities? Or is that too...
I think we play the 1 mana one that gives a,
+1/+1.
gives the, yeah, it's a, Curious Obsession.
Yep. Yeah, I think that one's good.
And then, do we play Murktide and Scary Terry?
Probably. I mean, we're not, like, we don't have any delve spells or anything, so it's not like we're using our graveyard too much.
Yeah. Plus, if we're gonna put the fetch lands in here anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need like 7 more cards. This deck looks hella blue, and it's not blue. You know?
It's trying its best.
Did I get permission to put Lotus Petal in?
Yeah. Do we play... Is it Vidalcan Shackles?
Oh, yes, we do.
Alright, you know what? In honor of Exodus, I'm gonna find a blue card from this set, and we have to put it in the deck.
I mean, alright, I'm in. I'll help.
Alright.
Wait. Does that mean we're not putting in City of Traders?
Oh, I mean, I guess we're playing that one too, but that one's actually
so we
good.
We have to find an actual blue card?
Yep.
I mean, there's literal Curiosity.
Yeah. That's honestly probably fine.
I mean, you just asked if we were playing Curiosities just a moment ago.
Well, I asked if we were playing any of the Curiosities, but yeah, no, I think we just slam Curiosity and call it good. Or we play Ephemeron.
Ephemeron?
Yep. Alright, now let's go with
This
Curiosity.
Seems bad. Curiosity it is. Okay, Curiosity done been added. Alright. What's the mana curve of this deck? Pretty 3 heavy, not gonna lie. Well, it's not that bad. It's actually a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s.
That's kind of where we want to be. And then we've got like a decent number. How many cards are we missing?
Like 3.
Do we want some more expensive stuff?
We have 10 4s, 5 5s, and a Murktide Regent. So probably. Okay. Go with me on this journey. Consecrated Sphinx.
No.
Why not? It's maximum in the air.
It's so much mana.
It's 6.
Alright. You know what? Fine. Put it in the deck.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. Ew, that's the ugly one. Alright, I did it. I added it.
What's the name of the Brainstorm Cavalier?
Cavalier of Gales? Cavalier of Gales.
That seems fine-ish, right?
Yeah. Can we put a Frost Titan in here as our second of only 2 6s?
No, that one is much worse.
Okay.
If we're playing another 6, I think we should just play Will Kenrith now that we have so many cantrips.
Yeah, it's fine. Because it still just gets to make their combat awkward.
And worst case scenario, you just start minusing it to draw cards. Like, The thing is, we're planning on having a board state as well, so you can just kind of do the thing with Will where you, like, plus make their creatures smaller, attack that turn, and then next turn minus keep your creatures back but have extra cards, and then like kind of bounce back and forth between those two things.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that leaves us with 36 lands.
Seems decent.
So we need Ancient Tomb, obviously.
Yep.
City of Traders.
Yep.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah, I think so. All the blue fetches.
Okay, you're gonna talk and I'm gonna be quiet so this can be cleanly edited.
Okay. Should I talk by telling you what goes in the deck?
Yeah, tell me the blue fetches.
Alright, Flooded Strand. Alright, I get to do this. This will be fun. Polluted Delta. Misty Rainforest. And I'm missing one. Scalding Tarn.
You're missing another one.
No, that was 4, wasn't it?
Prismatic Vista.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Crystal Vein?
I don't like that one.
Mutavault.
Are we playing... I think we play Fairy Conclave over that. I think we can't afford to be playing that many colorless lands. I think we play Wasteland, but... Mystic Sanctuary, probably. Otawara, definitely.
Yes. Hey, we need to cut a card.
We have to cut a card?
Yeah, we never... I don't think we ever put in back to basics.
Alright, yeah, so our 35 land deck, I think that we need... I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that.
Alright, cut Will Kenrith. We don't need him.
I'd rather cut Stunt Double. Oh, wait, I can copy their stuff?
Yeah,
Never mind.
no. If we're cutting one of the copy creatures, then we just
It's
cut like
gotta
Phantasmal
be. It's
Image.
gotta be. Yeah, Phantasmal Image, probably.
Or
We have enough phantasms.
yeah, we don't. We've got Phantasmal Dreadmaw. Magic the Circle Jerking on Reddit will be so happy.
Yeah, they do quite like that Phantasmal Dreadmaw.
Yes, they do.
Let me check. Let's see. We have 4 sorceries and 14 instants. Is that enough for Murktide Regent?
Probably.
Questionable.
I mean, like, the thing is, you don't
it.
need to be delving away only instants and sorceries. Just if you delve away, like, 1 or 2, it's worth it. Like,
Yeah,
2
fair,
instants and sorceries, and the rest just cards that your opponents have already killed.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so it's the, I already forgot what card we're cutting.
And the fetch lands also lend themselves to that plan. What?
Phantasmal Image.
Yep, that one.
25 basic islands.
That sounds fine to me. Well, we probably play Waterlogged Grove. And there's other pain. Is there another one of the cycly lands? Fiery Islet.
In blue?
And then there's no blue white or Dimir one, is there?
No.
And then yeah, the rest just basics, I think.
Alright, we've done it. We have constructed a 100 card list.
Wow. I can't not believe it.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm least, out of the 3 decks we've brewed live, I think this one is the one I'm least confident in doing well. But at the same time, this one gets to play the most cards you don't see anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Not.
Are you gonna give it a shot?
It depends on how much the cards. The problem with it playing a bunch of cards you don't get to see anywhere else is that I don't own most of those cards, so I get to find out how much it would cost me to actually build the rest of this deck. I mean, most of the cards are bad, right? You just probably pretty cheap.
I mean, Curious Obsession's $3.
That's outrageous. I can't afford that.
Okay, let's see. Let me think. What is here that you don't have that would actually be maybe expensive? Glass Pool Mimic is $5. It's not that bad. Vidalcan Shackles is $7.
I do own one because I bought one for Seinfeld.
That makes sense. You have to get a foil Phantasmal Dreadmaw though.
Yeah, you're right. I will do that. All right, I'm gonna be playing this deck at some point. Mark my words.
Yeah, the new Teferi is like $12, but you probably need one anyway.
Yeah.
Consecrated Sphinx is $25.
I own one of those, I think.
Okay, I think you're pretty set, dude.
Dope. We're here. We're ready.
I might give it a shot too. Who knows?
Maybe we'll build it on the same day and see who does better.
This seems awful. Okay, tell me what you played last time.
Hold on, I have to find my notes.
Did you like my really clean segue into our closing segment?
That was a super clean segue. It was flawless. Now I have to find my phone and figure out what I played last time. Alright, you go first.
I'm going to go ahead and do mine if you're... Okay, yeah. So, hi, guys. Last time, which was last week, I played 4-Color Blood. It's a deck we've talked... I really feel like we've talked ad nauseum about this deck, honestly. But, it went pretty well. Round 1, I went up against 4-Color Super Friends, which is actually a deck from a local player that I actually had a heavy hand in designing. I helped him get the list together. So I did kind of feel bad that I ended up beating him. But we had a really solid game 2. So game 1, I was in the play and I went Soul Ring into Lelia. And I had something else after that. It wasn't really a game. I medium redded him, I suppose. Game 2 was a much more long, drawn out game. I played a Sylvan Caryatid into a Queen Marchesa, the Mardu one. And then I had 2 legendary creatures in hand. And he Cataclysms, leaving up the Caracas. So I'm like, this is bad. So I eventually draw more lands and play more stuff, but I'm pretty much losing to Caracas this whole time. And he slowly starts, like, he plays out Mana Rocks and puts Planeswalkers on the board, and I'm like not conceding because I'm like really, really close to killing him several times, and I just don't quite get there. And we have like 3 or 4 minutes left, so I'm like, and once he I don't know, he countered something, or I killed his gate into the trials, and then he regrew it, and I was like, okay, that's game. So I ended up losing that one. But then game 3, so we have a really, really fast game 1, an extremely long, almost the entire match game 2, and then game 3 I go Birds of Paradise. Turn 2, dash Ragavan and play Deathrite Shaman. Turn 3, play Elspeth Knight Errant. And then he died. So that was cool. Round 2, I went up against Sultai Thassa's Oracle, which is a deck that is... We haven't seen Oracle in our meta for quite a while, but someone has recently brought it into the light, unfortunately. But game 1... me and my opponent both agreed I should have won this game pretty easily, but out of 12 cards I drew during the game, I drew 10 mana sources, which was big sad. Nick, what's the math on that? That's bad, right?
I mean, if you are in a position in which you should be winning, it's about 100% chance that happens. Otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty low odds.
All right, great. So anyway, I lost that game. Game 2, I played a Chandra the Mind Sculptor into a Questing Beast, and he drew an Abrupt Decay.
I'm sorry, Chandra the Mind Sculptor?
Yeah, Torture Defiance. Everyone called it Chandra the Mind Sculptor when it came out because it like broke standard and also was the second Planeswalker with 4 abilities. Well,
sure.
It wasn't. It was the second Planeswalker with 4 abilities that anybody played. I think, if that's
what
right.
was the one before that?
Jace.
No, I mean
Jace the
apart from
Garrett. The M15 Garrett, the 7 mana black and green one.
yeah.
Yeah, Garrett. I don't know what it was. And then game 3 I draw a lot of lands. And he cast Limdol's Vault going to 1, and he found it on the last Limdol's Vault pile he could. So it was a pretty close match. What you gonna do though? And then match 3 I went up against Blue White Control. Game 1 I just kind of curved out and did the thing. Game 2 I didn't curve out fast enough and got Blue White controlled. And then game 3 my opponent curved. This was actually extremely tilting. My opponent curved I was on the play and I did not have a mana dork, so on 2 I played a 2-drop. My opponent curved Spell Snare into Counterspell into Archmage's Charm. And then I didn't really draw anything good enough after that. And that was my only 7-card hand of the whole night. My opponent curved 3 Counterspells.
That's brutal.
Starting from 1 mana. It was awful. It was the worst. So I ended up with a record of 1-2, but even the matches I lost, broadly speaking, felt like, there was game to them. I would suggest the deck. I'm considering playing it again this week. Mainly because the other deck that I could play, or that I'm kind of motivated to build soon, I need cards from the new set. And as of recording, the new set is not legal. So I'll probably hold that deck off for the next week. So, yeah. Now, what did you play?
So I actually realized I have not played at the store since the last time we recorded, because I've been kind of busy. I'm moving soon, and there's a lot that goes into moving. But
what?
Yeah, shocker, I know. But I did jam some games with Ash on the deck that I will be playing this week, which is Esper Time Vault. And I was trying to think of a good story from those games, because we probably played like 10 games or more. And we had a lot. The only super sick play that I can remember is Savine's Reclamation is very good. We were on this board state in which I know I had an opposition agent and one other 3-drop creature. It might have been like a Nimble Obstructionist or something.
I think it might have been Trinket Mage.
Yeah, yes, Trinket Mage. It was opposition agent and Trinket Mage. And Ash had like 1 creature on the battlefield. He was on 4-color blood. And he cast Toxic Deluge for 3, killing 2 of my creatures and 1 of his, but he had forgotten that I had Savine's Reclamation in the graveyard. So next turn I was like, alright, flashback Savine's Reclamation, get back opposition agent and Trinket Mage. And yeah, I won that game. So
yeah, because when you first played the Trinket Mage, it was just for a value top. So then I gave it to you again, and you went and got an actual combo piece.
Yep,
it was awful.
Yeah, Savine's Reclamation is very good.
Would recommend.
Definitely.
Okay, well, do you have anything else to share? Any other concepts about the deck?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, thank you all for listening. And if anyone tries this deck out, I would love to hear any edits you made to the list and how well it went. So tweet us or join us on Discord.
Yes, join us on Discord. The link will be in the description.
Yeah, so we're going to have deck list, Patreon, Discord, Twitter, all those good links in the description. And you guys all have a good time.
See you next time.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the 10 Points Podcast. And don't forget to count your points.